I want to show you something. So everybody in the media is talking about, right, recession, don't buy stocks. It's kind of like complete opposite of complete opposite of what people were saying in 2020 during COVID. Because during COVID, it was the message was buy Amazon because everybody's going to stay at home and buy on Amazon. 2 weeks later, buy Amazon because everybody's going to be staying home and buying on Amazon, right? Then they were saying buy Zoom because everybody's going to stay home and not travel and do conferences on Zoom. Buy Zoom, and it's like the same thing over and over. It's kind of like you're buying a house and then the seller says $100,000 price. Well, but it has a pool in the back. Okay, I'll pay you $10,000 more. 5 minutes later, but it has a pool in the back. Okay, I'm already paying you. 5 minutes later, but it has a pool in the back. Well, do you want me to pay you $1 million for your house because you said it has a pool in the back 50 times? Right? And now it's completely opposite. It's like now you are selling a house, right? And then the seller says, I'll pay you 100,000. The buyer says, I'll pay you 100,000. And then the buyer says, but it doesn't have a pool in the back. Okay, well, you can pay me 90. But it doesn't have a pool in the back. Okay, I know, it's already priced in, but it doesn't have a pool in the back. At some point, you're like, hold on a second. Do you want me to give you the house for free just because it doesn't have a pool in the back? Or do you want me to pay you so you can take my house just because you remind me that it doesn't have a pool in the back 50 times? That's the message today, right? And so people are waiting for the signal to feel cozy, for somebody to tell them, okay, it's okay for you to buy now because you know what? We are going to come out of this recession. They're waiting for a signal, right? And I just want to show you a few things. So Expel is a stock that I wrote about in this book. It had an incredible performance. It's one of the best performing stocks ever. But notice that even though from the COVID, like from the low of COVID, it went from like $9 to almost 1,000% return, right? So from $9 to $100. So it was a 10 bagger, right? And look at that slide from here to here. It went down almost 60%. Kind of like almost identical to Oracle. And look at the last month. Look at the last month. From May, or even from here, from June. Look at this. 100% return. We're still going into recession. The Fed is raising interest rates. Everybody's telling you to be afraid, not to buy. Expel is up 100%. Expel, what they do is they put paint protection on a car. I mean, that is like the most economic sensitive service, right? Who is going to pay for having a paint protected if we're in a recession, right? And the stock is up 100%, right? So the message to you is keep waiting. Keep waiting for somebody to give you a green light so that you can feel cozy, and you're going to miss opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. Because you know what? This here, this 60% drawdown is a gift. It was a gift from the market, okay? It was a gift. So people could have taken this gift, or they could have cried and feel afraid, and they just missed 100%. And I see a bunch of people now, I saw this comment on Twitter saying, I think I'm going to disconnect my tweets that mention expel because it hurts me how much money I left on the table, right? Now, let's look at Oracle. So the same thing. This drawdown here, right? 80%. 80% drawdown. What a gift from the market, right? And now let's look at the last month now, because this is just beginning. It reached, here's 66. So it's already up like 53%. But it reached 60 cents, like even went below, right? So it's already up like almost 70% from the bottom. Now, you know why Oracle is only at $1 right now? And I believe that it's only going to stay here for the next 4 weeks. Why 4 weeks? Because in 4 weeks, the 90-cent warrants expire. Because right now, the 90-cent warrants, people were underwater on those 90-cent warrants, right? So they weren't going to exercise them. Now, the stock is at $1, so they have a 10-cent spread. So for the next 4 weeks, there will be an extra pressure on the stock for people to sell some of it and exercise the warrants at 90 cents. So they might sell the stock at $1, take the money and exercise their warrants, right? But in 4 weeks, that selling is going to be gone. So I wouldn't be surprised if Oracle just takes off and those prices are going to be history. So again, wait for everybody to tell you when to buy, and you're going to miss those gifts, and they are everywhere, okay? Voxter is next, by the way. Let's look at Aduro. So Aduro was at $1.10 in the middle of 2021. It went down 55%. What a gift. And then from that bottom to the recent high, it was double, because this is 50 cents, and a few days ago it reached $1, right? And now it's selling off a little bit, because remember how I told you that there is private placement shares that become tradable? So it seems like, some people are selling it and there's extra selling. But the point is that if you look at it from here to here, in a few months, 100% return. But I thought people told you can't buy stocks because it's recession. You see, you're missing opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. I have another stock that I'm not going to mention here because it's on microcap explosions. It was up like 70% in 5 days, right? 70% in 5 days. And you see, at some point, the selling dries up, and nobody's going to give you a signal. Okay, nobody's going to give you a signal. Those stocks are going to rip, and it's a huge deal as to the kind of returns that you can get. If we can go back to Oracle for a second, and like if you were able to buy shares at 60 cents at that bottom, right? At 60 cents, the stock goes to $1.20, which it could happen any day. I mean, seriously, if it wasn't for the warrants, it would probably already be at $2. From 60 to 120, it's a double, right? And now, if you buy it at 60 and it goes to 120, you double. It goes to only 50% higher. So it goes to like 180, you doubled your original investment again. But if you wait for things, and let's say you just get it for 120, well, that 50% move, it's only 50% of your money, right? But if you get in when it's the darkest ever, then you doubled your money again, and it only has to go up 50%. From here, it doesn't have to go up 50% for you to make your money again. So imagine, because I totally expect Oracle to reach all-time highs, not in the too distant future. So let's say it reaches 345, right? 345. So 345 divided by 0.6, that's almost a 6x. So if let's say you invested $10,000 at the bottom because you weren't listening to the nonsense that recession is bad and you couldn't buy stocks and all that, you literally turn 10,000 into 60 grand, right? But if you wait for everybody to give you a green light, and let's say you invest at $2 because that's when you're comfortable, well, then if it reaches that, your 10,000 only goes maybe to 16,000 or something like that. So it makes a huge difference. It makes a big difference at, you know, and if you hold a position and it goes down like this, I mean, it's almost as if you're investing, because every day you're making a decision with your portfolio. If you're staying in it, it's almost like as if you were buying. But if you have a job, you have income, and you're able to put more money into these ideas, well, then you know, better for you, right? But anyway, things are happening already, and I see stock after stock after stock doing exactly what Expel just did, and this is just the beginning. By the time everybody wakes up to the fact that, you know what, hey, this recession maybe is not that bad, by the time people wake up, those stocks are going to be 5x from the bottoms. So you have a choice. You can wait for the signal so you can feel warm and cozy. You feel comfortable that you invest with everybody else. Or, you know, you are greedy when others are fearful, and you take advantage. You take advantage of the gift that the market is giving you. The more you wait, the lesser of a gift you're going to get.